Finally made it on. Hi, you guys. All right. So the time worked better for me. Yes, Muffin Top, welcome in. I am live. I hope you are doing well, and you must get alerted because my times do change, and they change more often than they used to. Life's getting a little bit more complicated. Stuff's going on, and it's also holiday season. So I just want to tell everyone that let's keep it nice and sweet and thankful, and just keep it good and nice and sweet, and treat each other with respect, especially in chat as I go through this presentation. And just keep in mind that everyone has their own, their own reality, their own truth, and their own story. And all I do here is give you just that, my truth, my story, and what I believe to be real. And who's to say if it is or it isn't? It's all it is my thoughts on these children and where they go and what happens to them. So, welcome on in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Muffin Top, I'm happy you could be to this one because I know you couldn't make it earlier. All right, welcome in all of my peeps. And if you haven't subscribed, please take the time to subscribe and put your thumbs up on your way in. Hi, Bernie. Justice coming soon. Nothing but love. I hope you're all still here with me as I kept changing the time. Keeps calling my phone. Yeah, so Evian, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Welcome on in. I believe you're somewhat new, so welcome. Runs with Scissors. Hi. So, I'm just going to be going over information that is newer, information that has images that will help support my my thought process over here. And um, it's no surprise that Dolly Vision does that for me. So does Ryan Finding Truth. So did Tim Mullen. So did Dawson. So does Don B. I mean, there's people, these people that I select to talk about have been here since, were here in the beginning. Let's say that I'm pretty new to YouTube, right? So June 16th, 2021. These guys have been here at least since then, and even earlier than me, right? Maybe not. Maybe these guys all started with Summer Moon Wells. This is how I know them, is with Summer Moon Wells. And in the beginning, I went to YouTube because I already had my story and these horrific images and books filled with information prior to me going on YouTube. I filled these books of information right out of a surgery that I may have had a close to death experience. I don't know. Someone brought it up. I never even thought about it before. But you know, the next morning I told my husband he better bring me some books because there's shit coming through. And it's not new to me when stuff comes through. That's what I've been doing my whole life, right? Um, and sure enough, it was the Summer Moon Wells missing children information. And now that the Diddy stuff is coming out, and people are saying the words that are so uncomfortable for me to say. They're so very uncomfortable to say, you guys, because it's so horrible and it's so not believable. That's how bad it is. And even as the people come forward that have gone through this, no one's coming to the children. No one's looking for the children. No one's asking these people where the children are. No one's going and digging in these holes for the children. Don't you think we'd hear about it? Don't you think we would hear so and so from that was, um, at these parties led us to the children that are under the tunnel? Don't you think? Why would they keep that information secret? Why aren't they going into these tunnels and doing that? They're not, you guys. They're not. That's what is so crazy to me. Thank you, Muffin Top. So crazy that we could talk about this still, and I still haven't seen anyone do anything about it. Now, mind you, we're not the FBI, we're not the CIA, we're not the investigators, we're not the law enforcement, we're not them. And we have to have, right, we have to have the faith that there's shit going on that we don't know about. Well, um, we can't get that information. But if there's a bust on some sort of a level, we would get the information, but we haven't. We don't see it anywhere. People are coming forward and no one's talking about the children. No one's talking about going to save the children. No one is looking. No one's looking for them. I don't get it. But all I can do is tell you the same story I've been saying over and over and over in hopes that it brings justice, not just to the missing children, but brings justice to those victims that are coming forward, to let them know that we see and hear them. We see them. I see them. I hear them. I recognize their stories. I recognize their stories so clearly, as if I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Holy shit. Like I tell my husband, like, you're not going to believe this. And it's hard for anyone to listen to me, right? My husband does, but it's really hard. Like I don't share this with other people because it's uncomfortable, like I always say. Like I can't walk up to strangers or friends and be like, "Holy shit, this is what I've been saying on my WCAA network, and it matches the Diddy." Well, it does. It matches it for 3.5 years. But if you haven't followed what I'm talking about, we're gonna be like, "Oh, whatever. Good for you. What's for dinner?" It's like pass the potatoes. No one gives a shit. No one's going after the kids. No one. So when I talk about these faces and I talk about these channels, it's not about the channel. It will never, ever, ever be about the people that have the channels. Never. It's only about the children. Every time I talk about it, it's only for the children. So, wait, hold on. Okay. It's only about the children. These faces are the ones that I see as a deep fake. Are they doing a deep fake? Who knows? And we don't care. I don't. What I care about is the information that supports my visions spiritually. When I see these faces, I see the faces beneath the face. There are faces once in a while that I will see physically, actually see beneath the deep fake that support the visions that I see, that support the face that I see. How these get there, I don't know. Again, that's up to authorities. Aaron Carter always had someone behind him in his videos. Aaron Carter, I pegged as a Summer Moon Wells child that was sacrificed. I said it the very, very day. I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, bullshit. Aaron Carter was sacrificed. I see it. I see his eye gone. I see him being through the sacrifice. I see it through the Diddy Foundation, is what I call it. It's the foundation that he has laid. It's a foundation that's so large, no one is even touching this side. If you look behind Aaron Carter, there is another human's face. Maybe you see it, maybe you don't. What I'm telling you is he was not alone. When I change the coloring, you could see it clearer. Aaron Carter was not by himself. He was sacrificed with a group of people. He was not alone. Not alone. So when I get photos like this, I show it because I see that the truth is showing itself. Benny Keys, he is so gone. No one, you know, he's off market. He's not even here anymore. Benny Keys was my number one channel to go to. Number one. Benny Keys showed me so much of my truth. These victims have this machinery that is so difficult to remove, so difficult to move, and you cannot move. You are bound. Do you understand? Bound. Benny Keys will never come back on YouTube like this. Not the Benny Keys we know. Not the Benny Keys we know. I'm showing you these people, you guys, because this is very important for you to see these pictures beneath the people I follow. The photos of the people beneath the people that I see are images of faces that I know to be true. Ryan Kohlberger's father, Molly Golightly, they always showed me the same person. This is Molly Golightly. What you see here is a photo worth $1 million. $1,000,000. This to me is just filled with truth, filled with stories to be told, filled with the person hiding behind the deep fake. the fake person behind the deep fake, the horrific, disgusting human behind the deep fake, the person that was so horrific and disgusting they had to go hide. They needed to hide. They exposed themselves too much. And they left like a weak motherfucker. How about that? How about that? These people hide. They hide in their truth. Why? Because their truth is disgusting. Please don't ever forget about this brave girl that I believe escaped, and they captured her very quickly before she could tell the truth. It was in a split second. This is the girl who said she was Madeleine McCann. This girl disappeared in seconds. They quickly took her and hid her and used someone else. I do not even believe the person on the Dr. Phil show was her. Julia. Correct, Muffin Top. Look at this picture. Look at the person between her. Do you guys understand that this is a photo that, let me change it a little so you could see the person that shows up behind her. This is Julia. She had something to tell us, and everyone just forgot about her. I believe she was someone who escaped, and they grabbed her, boom, so quickly. I'm changing the color. You see that man's face in between? Do you guys see that? That's no coincidence. That's a victim. Just like the victim that's behind Aaron Carter. You see, there's no difference between these other than they're different victims. Hi, Vanessa. If you look, thank you for those ones. If you look closely, you're going to see the similarities, and those similarities are my elements that I have been talking about for 3.5 years. Heads on a platter. Heads on a platter. Aaron Carter's heads on a platter, just like Julia's. They are the same. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to look into it. Nobody. Aaron Carter comes from the same place as Julia came from. You see, all they're doing is lying because these people are weak. They're weak. They don't believe in what they do. They are weak. They don't live in their truth. I don't care. So they think that these rituals are their truth and they think that underground is their truth. So fucking come forward and say what you're doing if you're so high on yourself and you think what you're doing is so fabulous. because that's what they're doing in, the celebrity world. So, and you believe in it. So fucking come forward and say that you know what this is. These are a match. Why is it a match? Because it's the same fucking story over and over and over and over. This child escaped. That's how I see it. And they're like, holy shit, grab this motherfucking child. Put her right back in this situation. And that's what they did to Aaron Carter. You guys, every celebrity that I've talked about, every child that I talk about, every victim, the Idaho 4, the Kylie Rodneys, the Gabby Petitos, the Ethans, the Simons, the Sebastians, the Michaels, the Harmonies. I mean, on and on and on and on and on and on. They all have photos like this. I have photos like this of Michael Vaughn. I have photos like this of Harmony. I have photos like this of Anthony, Kaylee Anthony, all the same. When is someone going to recognize what they use to bring this all together, that they use the same elements and they use the same equipment and they use the same cookie cutter information over and over and over? What is so hard to fucking believe? In the beginning, when I showed this, it was like, what the hell? I said it to myself, what the hell? I'm like, what is this? It's just weird. But I trusted myself and I continued and I followed through and I didn't stop. I couldn't stop. This shit wouldn't stop showing. The faces underneath the faces wouldn't stop showing. The girl to the right shouldn't be that face. It's supposed to be the girl from the Beeston Bunch. It's not. That looks like the actress that we all know, whose daughter got into some college. I don't know her name. But that's who it looks more like. How about the man's face that's coming out of her face to the right? That's supposed to be what? The Kent family. It's not. Why am I showing this? Because someone is doing the deep fakes. And these children are in these deep fakes. These channels don't give a shit that this is happening because they don't do anything about it. Nothing. Nothing. Casey Anthony, her father, is holding the same kind of raccoon that I show all the time. That Summer Moon Wells' raccoon in the water. I have hundreds of them. It's always a raccoon. It doesn't turn into a cow. It doesn't turn into a frog. It's not like I'm showing now, a donkey. I'm showing the same face every time I show it. And that brings me to this dude. I don't care about you. I looked at him in the eyes and I got everything that I needed to get. I touched his face for a reason when I was at CrimeCon. Yes, he looks like Stacy Wandra. Ooh. And there's a reason I did that. Because I get the information from clairvoyance, from images and from looking physically into someone's eyes. And I even get more from physical touch. I don't need it, but I get it. When I see videos that are in the complete darkness in a car, you know, he may be in a fucking car. I'm not saying he's in a fake car, so don't take that and run with it. Oh my God, she's saying I'm in a fake car, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're over that conversation. It's so dumb. We're over it. We're over it. Like, it just don't be a child and play like a child. Be an adult and listen to me as an adult with adult ears. Okay? When I say fake car, I am telling you that the information that I get in the darkness is so much stronger than I do in the light. And it's usually every time it's in the darkness of a car when they're driving in a car. The information that comes through is unbelievable for me. And they keep going in the cars and they keep doing the same thing, if they know it or not. This dude keeps going in his car. Yeah. No, no. Muffin Top, I have a lot of different faces of him. A lot. I'm going to show you. One of the most interesting things about Dolly is, thank you, Dolly, for the information that you give me. You should be proud and you should be happy because the information you give me through your deep fake and your channel gives the children justice. So you should be happy about that. I thank you for that. Thank you for giving me information that gives the kids justice. Thank you for showing the elements that I've been showing since day one. The hand, the fingers. These kids' fingers do get chopped off. Those are called trophies. Trophies. The most interesting thing that I really don't understand is how many dollies show up in the deep fake. I have many, many, many faces. But when I see information that lies behind the creator that continuously is the same information, which shows underground tunnels, underground railroad, underground doors, the whole thing. And that's what I see behind the deep fake in these cars. I mean, obviously the hand looks ridiculous, but it's what's in the darkness. It's what's behind him that is the summer moon Wells elements. And these past few car rides are very interesting to me. My psychic read, and it's nothing to do with Dolly, nothing to do with him. My psychic read is within, it's got nothing to do with him. He just gives me information. Is that within this sick world of taking children, and within this sick world that is trying to get noticed, which it hasn't yet. We don't care about the lists of shit. the kids haven't been saved. No one is asking the right questions. Not one news channel. Like, where are the kids? Like, isn't anyone curious, like, what's happening with all that? Like, they say all these busloads of kids are there, all these kids are dressed up, these little people, blah, blah. That's hundreds of kids. No one is asking where they are. No one is asking who they are. No one's asking where they came from. Nothing. Nothing. You guys, nothing. Zero zilcho. Nada. Don't you think that's really fucking weird? It's really weird. It's scary. It's that's what frightens me more than anything. What frightens me is no one is saying anything about it. I don't get it. To me, to me, these people are in a deep, dark fucking tunnel with their heads coming out of something. But they're telling a story. The story is being told about the children. About the children. You see, when I see these things, I see the story like I always have. I see the doorways. I see the tunnels. I see it. And nobody is asking about it. I hear the children. I see in the darkness. I see behind them. I see the equipment. I see the torture. I see the victims. I see what they're doing, and no one's coming to their rescue. I think it's very strange that for over 3.5 years, I could be showing images from the same channels. Obviously, I call deepfake, it's not about them. And it's from channels that are here for the children, right? But instead of being like, wow, let me look at my videos because maybe someone did put something in my videos to help the children, they rather ridicule me and and attack and put out negativity towards me or anyone else that does stuff, because that is what people eat up. They jump on it. Shh. They jump on it. And that's what humans do with this. It's they much rather be mean. They much rather be a bully, make themselves feel better, than really stop and be like, wow, there might be something here. There really might be something going on here. When I tell you shit goes on with their eyeballs, and then I show you shit going on with the eyeball, wouldn't you think someone would say something? It's not about Dolly. I don't give a flying fuck about him. It's about getting down to listening, honing in, and being like, okay, I didn't put this stuff in my video. You know what? I should really find out because this chick has been doing this for 3.5 years and now it's matching the stories. Now my videos are matching stories about these underground tunnels. Wouldn't you think that these channels would be like, holy shit? How about when you look like different people? Not just look like different people, your nose changes, your eye changes, the structure of your face changes, your teeth change, your lip changes, your fucking mustache changes, your glasses change, your hat changes. Everything changes throughout the video. Don't you think it's time to say something? Don't you think it's time that somebody investigates these channels? Somebody that could really look into it and not about him or anyone that I'm talking about. It's not about them. It's about the information that's behind them, below them. It's about the eyeballs that show up in these videos that are not them. That eyeball is not Dolly's. It's not Dolly's. What I am saying is when is enough enough? When is it time to go save these children? Or is it not important anymore in this country? Or is that not important? Is it more important to find out what celebrities are on the list? Really? Really? Think about it. They're prioritizing this eyeball for a celebrity list. These are victims. These images are beneath the deep fake. These images are there. Not one news station, not one investigator, nobody has made it priority. You could see what's in the smallest box I call closer to the truth. In the smaller box, this is just like Summer Moon Wells's picture in her fake car. Let me explain. This is Summer Moon Wells, Kylie Rodney, and anyone else, Gabby Petito, laying on their deathbed. This. If you all recall Summer Moon Wells's photo in the car, it's sort of just like this. With that boob thing, I call it the boob thing. Let's see. Summer car. For those who have not seen this, oh, little Summer. Oh, God. All right, let me show you the boob thing. I have dozens of these pictures. These are the smallest of the smalls. I'm going to try to get the smallest of the smallest. Summer Moon Wells's boob thing looks like this on her head. Okay? This, let me try to turn it the same way so I could copy and paste it. That's what's on her head. That is this. That is this. And what's on her cheek, this is just like it could go right in here, you see. Nothing changes, you guys. Nothing changes. It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. I don't I don't know what has to happen for anyone to move forward on any of this. Because when you go to the pictures of Summer in the car and you go beneath the deep fake, this is what you get. You get this shit. This. I didn't make those pictures up. They're not my pictures. They're Summer's pictures. Summer's pictures. And even in the car, you see that those pieces. They show it in the car. Let's see if I could get one. Let's see. It's on the milk jug. Watch. Well, let me see. It's on the milk jug. I call it a boob thing. Wait. Sometimes they turn it into a box, and sometimes they don't. So let me show you this thing on the milk that's actually not a box. And no one notices. Like no one's like, "Oh, it's sometimes a box and sometimes it's not a box." No one is noticing. So on the milk, I call that the boob thing. And that's what I call that matches here. Let me match it up. Paste. Okay. Okay. So this is supposed to be the milk on a box. Well, hello people. It's not a box and it never is a box. Never was a box because it's this thing. That's not a box. That is not a box. And those aren't milk jugs. This goes here. You see, the truth is always here. That's like the scarf that's on Kylie Rodney. Same thing. Kylie Rodney's scarf is the same thing that she has on her. Kylie Rodney has that scarf right in the same position. It's no coincidence. The deep fake will always be the deep fake, which is fake, and it will always be the truth beneath the deep fake, which is always the same element, period. Dolly Vision, it changes all the time. Um, and this is fucking insane to me. That's just all I could say, is that this is the most crazy shit that is not talked about, but yet the images are always the same. The fingers, the fingers, the fingers, the fingers. Fingers, this tells me once again, fingers are the biggest trophies. Agree, Crystal. Agree. If Dolly can't address this, it's my opinion he should stay away from kids' cases. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense. Correct. In my opinion, also, that the obsession to me is not as strong as what it's saying to me. What it's saying is so powerful. And I see so much here that needs to be addressed immediately. Immediately. It's no different than this. This to me is what a victim looks like with their head on a platter. This is the equipment. Now, before they even get here, that's what happens under the tunnels. That's what happens under the tunnels. These people do shit to these humans that they're not humane in order to get to something like this. But you guys, no one is saying anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand that nobody is? The pictures I'm going to be showing you to the right are very new. It's from the Van clan. The Van clan is one of the families that I follow. They have millions of views, and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But what I'm showing you to the left is someone that I follow. She's in a different language. And she shows me what I see. She shows me this equipment. The person to the right, I'm going to show you more in a minute. This here, I showed this to you guys when that Julia showed up. I'm like, can somebody please find her and go to her rescue? She has the equipment on her. She is one of these children that are under tunnels. She is in the tunnels. Thank you, Sassafras. Hi, Sassafras. Hi, Shakespeare Fist Smith. I think I said hi to Colleen. But this is another picture of that Julia. There's no difference what she has in her mouth than what the victim I'm showing you to the left. I never, ever, ever thought in a million years that nobody would care. When I came in, I'm like, boom, I'm going to show this stuff. It's going to get busted open. Look at this stuff. Oh my God, go to the rescue. I did everything I could. I went to law enforcement. I went to the sheriff. I went to the state. I went to TBI. I went to TBI. I went to the FBI. Yeah, do I still work with a few of these people? I do, but no one did anything. How the children look to the left, what I get from these families I follow, is what I'm showing you to the right. These are real pictures that come from very current videos. Idaho 4, I kept this picture. I should frame it. I will never understand how this picture is okay. I don't. I'll never get it. I wanted to put it in here just to bring up the Idaho 4 because they for to me 110% have touched what I am talking about. 110% were sacrificed, taken, slaughtered. And it wasn't just them, there were other kids. I don't know exactly who it was. I do know that these kids are like beneath these kids. There's more than just the Idaho 4. It's kids like this that show themselves like this. The ones that they're videotaping, that they consistently videotape in conditions like this. This is underground. Shh, it's okay, baby. It's okay. This is underground. Notice what's above them. I always said what's above these people are the number 5. I said that whatever they're in and hiding in or under in the grounds, what's above them is the number 5 metal piece. Just like this. This is a child. These are channels that I follow. I don't just randomly say, "Oh, show me a picture with the number 5 child under in a tunnel." No, no, no. I have the same families I've been following for over 3 years. See? It's a child. This is the same child I'm showing you that's to the left. She's in bad shape. What's happening to her eye is what was happening to Dolly's eye in the car. Something happens to their eye. I'll give you a closer look. What's happening here is they're videotaping it and they're showing it on the dark web. Let me change the setting. They're showing this. Let me change the setting on the dark web. See what's happening with her eye? That's what I just showed you. This is fucking real shit, you guys. Not fake. Anan. I'm bringing him up again because he came up today. And I have hundreds of pictures of him. Why? Because they have the elements. He shows the elements. He shows the element in his eye. He shows the elements on his chest. He shows the element in his hands. Over and over and over, he shows the elements. as if he does the ceremonies, as if whoever that was that night did this ceremony. This is Enon. This is his video. We have seen this before. This is called sacrifice. Period. This child is being filmed. Her films are not in English. Her films don't hold anything back, and they're on YouTube. How is that okay? How is it okay that someone can show this, nobody gives a fuck, but yet someone will get striked for saying the word fuck? Could you make sense of that to me? What's on her eyes is the same thing in the Idaho 4. There was the Idaho 4. No, Kylie Rodney's girlfriend had that on her eye. Just looked at that. I just had that picture. Let me see. I'm not gonna find it, but I just had this picture. It was the Idaho 4. It was her girlfriend who had that on her eyeball, and it told her eyeball open. And it's the same thing. It's basically the same thing that I just showed you right here. Might as well go to the one that I just showed you of Dolly. Wait. Come on. Here. So when I see this and I show this of Dolly, it's because to me these are cookie cutters. See? So is his eyeball like that? I don't know. It's a deep fake, right? It's a deep fake. But what I'm telling you is it tells me the story, right? So this is a great example how to explain how this tells me the story. So, I'm not saying that Dolly's eyeball looks like that right now. I don't know what his eyeball looks like. What I'm telling you is it tells me the story of these children. That this here, just this, let's take away his face. Here's the situation. That this here is the situation that's going on to the left. And that's how I do it. I read you the story that's on here. And no one's going anywhere to save them. So what I want to show you really quickly is that these pictures of this person's teeth and his face just change. They don't stay the same. I think that that is the most curious thing to me, is how can you go from teeth like that to teeth like this? You don't. You don't. I mean, if it was that easy to make teeth like this look like that, everyone would do it. But these are two different people. They have to be. They have to be. They have to be, because you can't have a mouth that looks like that and then looks like something else. It's not possible to look like all these people. No, these are different faces. I don't see them as the same face. I just don't. And this is what I want to show you is what's more important to me is what's shown behind this face. Behind all of these faces are the rooms. And what I see here is what I consistently keep seeing in every video lately. I can't, so when I get hyper focused on something like this, I just sit back and wait to see why. So I'm hyper focused on these images when he touches his glasses like that. Like I'm hyper focused on these that keep showing up. I wish I wasn't, but I am. And need to understand this because it's speaking. It's speaking to me very loud. I I guess I'm at that point where I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed that I could keep showing this image. Same image. And it's called a cookie cutter, but it's not being accepted that there's a story here. And this is the Summer Moon Wells, Sebastian, Michael Vaughn, kind of every case this guy is covered. I see it. I just see it. I see every one of those cases here. You know, understand, you guys, that it really isn't about Dolly for me. It isn't. Not everything I do and say is here for the sake of the children, and it's not about him. I really need you to understand that I'm not here for fucking him. I'm here for the information that keeps showing up within him. And just keeps showing up. And these elements, whew, are very strong. They're really, really strong. When I see the children holding these kind of elements, I really hone in and I see the story. These children have their own play toys, like they have their own house of information. Like, that's a child's hand that's over the adult hand. If you look at the child's hand to the right, that is supposed to be a child's hand. But you really need to look at the nails, the fingers. We change the color a little and recognize, you guys, really recognize it. This, what I see here, is a story. I see the ceremonial something happening here. This is a gift. This is like a gift giving, and it's a gift giving. Now, is it a gift giving in this particular video? No, it's underneath the video. I see it within this photo that there's gift givings that are important. Gifts need to be given, and they look like this. And the only way I'll know if any of this stuff is good information is if we get those victims to come forward and speak to me. That's how I see it. Enough with the different faces. So here, again, this is the water that's involved. This is what's under the bridges. These are boxes that travel, and those boxes are right here under the bridge. This is a system that works. The system works. And understand that Maddie from the Idaho 4, this is from Maddie from the Idaho 4. Again, she only had 7 pictures left on Facebook. This was one of the 7. It speaks volumes. Hasn't anyone looked at her last 7 pictures that showed on Facebook? Why would this be one of them? Think about it. Why? Because it's underwater. She's underwater. She went to the same tunnels as I've been showing. This is her photo. The teeth, the teeth, the teeth. I don't know what's in his mouth. Perfect teeth with a perfect photo in the back. I don't feel like talking about these. Oh, except for the one up in the right-hand side. This here, he caught a fishy. This here is the one picture that I get a read on. This one. Because this doesn't look like Dolly to me. This one has... This one has a fish with a stick through it. But that doesn't look like the Dolly we know. You see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't look like... That doesn't look like this dude. Wait. A lot of them don't look like the one we know. Wait. Oh my God. Most of these don't. Right? It's weird looking. It doesn't even look like him, but he's got a fish. And this to me, I see this a lot. I see this on Ernie. I see this photo a lot. And that's no different than the photo I showed you like this. So when I say, oh, I show this to you from Ernie and I show this to you from anyone else that has that, to me, that's the same as this. So these tell me the same story. This tells me that, victims have this in their mouth. These are the same stories. And I don't know why I'm bringing up, Aaron Carter. Maybe it's because of the stuff that's surfaced right now, but Aaron Carter was sacrificed by this Diddy group. That's what I see. They shut him up really quickly. This guy, this Van clan, has these pictures. This to me is the most disturbing part of my presentation. Because who he's taking out of the bed doesn't look like this. And it winds up looking like someone with a mask on his face is taking a child out of their bed. And this video is very disturbing to me. I'm going to show you this video. You know, this to me is I don't like it. That's all I could say. I don't like it. I don't think it's been looked at, and it's not getting the attention it should be getting. Let me see here if I could find it. Let's see. Kent Beeston, the Van clan. Let's see if this is it. To me, it looks like a child is being whisked away. It kind of reminds me of Madeleine McCann, how she was taken from her bed. It reminds me of John Benet Ramsey. Reminds me of Summer Moon Wells, Sebastian. Okay, this is it. Okay. Okay. I'll show you a little bit of this. I'm going to show you the end piece. So it's the end piece here. So again, I use these channels under, allegedly under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is just to show you information that educational and entertainment purposes. So what I want you to look at is what I call the deep fake. So the first thing you notice is the V on his um, on his head. Watch. I'm going to show you what I mean by deep fake. So I see what I call elements of the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. And I see the same ones over and over and over. They don't ever change, put it that way. So this here is something that Benny Keys showed me the best. This thing on the head. Benny Keys had this every fucking time. On his head or on his chest, okay? But what goes on in this video is watch. I gotta get to the spots. Hold on. Okay, it's in here with that little boy. Hold on. Takes some concentration. It's got to be in this one. Is there another one? Oh, hold on. I mean, this one has a lot of stuff in it. But I don't want to go over this one right now. Like all of that stuff. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Okay. This one. Okay, watch. I want you to watch the face. Take screenshots if you want. Watch, there's the V. Face looks different. So I go in between the frames like that. So when you go in between the frames, do your homework, take a screenshot of what I'm showing you, and then change the color, and you're going to see Madeline McCain is telling her story. You get it now? I don't, Michelle, welcome. I don't know. See that? So this video, like many, I give my readings over because unfortunately they speak, and the story is about the children every time. Every time these children are being murdered. And this shit is being shown on the deep dark web right in front of us. See the V on that person's neck? Always. The child is wrapped in like white mesh with hearts. Always. Always. Let me brighten it even brighter so you could see what I'm talking about. Why is it that it it always matches? Why? Because the children are very strong spirits. And Not one fucking person cares that this is being shown on the deep dark web on YouTube. It's on YouTube. You guys, this is, look. It's going in. Boom. Let's take a snapshot. This is the story. Here we go. All I'm doing is brightening it up. This could be just Madeline McCain. This person, this is a fucking sacrifice. Do you guys see this? It's shown on these families' videos over and over and over. What's the problem? The problem is no one cares. That's what's blowing my, you know, that's what's blowing my mind the most is that this was a day ago. Like, no one cares. Okay, let's keep going. See, then it goes like that. That's the hardest one to get. It's that one. That one. But what I want are the ones in those corners. See? It is mind-blowing. Seriously. And this is what I get from, this is what I would get from Benny Keys, Molly Golightly, Bullhorn Betty, Tiffany Marie, AB, all these people that Don B, JLR, Chronicles of Olivia, Justin for All, Dolly, all of them. I got all of this from them. And no one cares. Oh, brother. I mean, you guys, seriously, look at this. This is obviously someone taking a child with a mask on their face. And this just goes on and on and on and on in every video that I have. Look at that. Can you imagine what that looks like? Take screenshots, you guys. Take screenshots and look at them. This isn't the father anymore. I don't know who this is. But look. Why? Why? Why is this okay? Why is this okay? I'm showing you the video. This is just from a few days ago. This is all you got to do is go in between. Just like that. Those are important videos. Those are important. So I go in between, grab the information, and yeah, this is what's going on in here. This was the one that's the most important. There's a lot in this video, but this scene here was the most important. See all that? That's called deep fake, you guys, right in there. See that? This is bullshit. I call this bullshit. I call bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Fucking kidding me. Oh my fucking God. You guys, I can't take it. I can't. I can't take this. That this is being televised. Ugh. You guys, it makes me so sick. It's actually making me so sick. Whatever this is super fucking bad. This is so, so bad. I want to throw up. Oh, I can't even. I, you guys, this is so bad. This is so fucking bad. Does anyone care to bust this open? Does anyone fucking care? Is anyone out there? Like, is everyone just checked out? Is the law enforcement that checked out? Is the world this checked out? Like, are they that checked out? This person has a mask, the mask on his face that's like the raccoon mask. What is it that's you don't get here? This person tortures. What is okay about this? What the fuck is okay about this? What's okay about this? Am I missing something? Are we that messed up as a country? Any law enforcement could slow this down and see that this is horrible. I'm going to leave it on this picture right here. I'm sick to my stomach, personally. I'm going to leave it with this picture. Anyone that could tell me that this is okay, that that's okay, it's not okay, you guys. This is not okay. You guys, I'm going to leave it on this child. And this child who basically wants justice because nobody is coming. Nobody's coming. Nobody. It's a very hard pill to swallow for me. I love you all. God bless you all for being here. May these children one day really, really receive what they're supposed to receive. Because right now they're not. They're not. They're just getting buried deeper and deeper and deeper. People are not talking about them. This is more mind-blowing, you guys, than I thought it was when I first came on here. Wow. Thank you guys for being here. God bless you all for being here. Keep sending me the information. Keep subscribing and keep putting your thumbs up. Muffin Top, thank you. Sassafras, hi there. You guys go all have a wonderful night, and we'll all talk soon. Good night, guys.